Math facts. Let's cover this, and I'm going to talk to you about how I did it at home and then some other ideas too that I've tried along the way. So, the number one thing that I loved to do with my kids was early on to use songs to teach them how to skip count. So, when my older ones were young, we used the Skip Count Kid. It's now available on YouTube. Not YouTube, but iTunes. It was fun, kind of slower and cowboyish and had a variety of styles. So I haven't used it in a while. I now prefer the classical conversations audio CDs for their skip counting and listen to those every day. So another thing that I feel like just totally cannot be replaced is just the old fashioned flashcards and these are the classical conversations edition set that goes up to the math facts through 15 plus 15, and they have the commutative law on every single card, and then the answer on the top corner on the back, and then there's two facts on each card. So my son is learning his multiplication, so I just took a hole punch and punched it right in the middle of the classical conversations multiplication cards, and I put them, there was like I think 68 cards in the entire deck, so I divided that evenly into 4, and I put each of them on the ring, and I have a little color tab on each ring, and so then that's 1 ring per week. So he focuses then the first week of the month for school, he focuses in on memorizing all these facts and the ones on the back of them. So he's memorizing 34 facts. So this would be more like a 6th grade level of what I'm having him do. But you can totally break this down further if you wanted to. Just do 8 facts a week and make it a 2-month cycle and then review. So you could do that with the addition cards as well. I put it in the middle because they have the answers on either side of the corner, so I didn't want to mess up those answers. Another thing that I used when my older kids were small, and as you'll see, it's very well loved and worn out. And this is the Add It from our Math It set. And it's just so old-fashioned, but I absolutely love old-fashioned. It works. And so they have these different colored cards with just one corner cut off, so it's easy for them to stack them up. And then they lay this card flat on their table, and they see 5 plus 4, they lay it down in the 9 box. They see 6 plus 7, and they line it down on the 13 box. And so they're supposed to be able to get every color done. There's red, a set of greens, orange, yellow, and blue. So they're supposed to get every color done in a minute, and then you add another color, and it keeps going. What I love about that, it's color coordinated. It's tactile. They're actually moving it and they're saying out loud. So you're getting all the multi-sensory in. So with the Math It, I also have the Times It. And it also does the same kind of thing with the cards. It has the colors and the corners cut off, and then they can put them on. So after they learn how to match them with the color on the card, they turn it over and they try to do it with black and white without that special help on the Times It one. So they also have Double It and Divide It and Percent It. Double It, Divide It, and Percent It, all of which have the same idea of the card and the answers on the little ones. So here's a sample of the Percent It. There's a guide page with each of them to help you to teach it and how to implement it with your kids. And then also the main one comes with a huge guidebook, how I taught Stevie to learn his math. And it goes through step by step with how to introduce each of the colors when we're first learning, a special trick for the 9s, and that kind of thing. Just some neat memory things. So we've loved Math It over the years. It's been great. Another fun idea, if you want to interact with a game, I love, and I got this idea from Maria Miller in the Math Mammoth program. She, at the beginning of each of her workbooks, has online ideas or just card ideas and games to do that help them focus in on the skill that's being taught in her books. So this came from her. So this is like Go Fish. So you just take a pack of regular cards like that, and you deal out 5 cards to each player. Okay, so each player has 5 cards. So you choose the number that you're going to play this game. So we're going to play the 7 game, okay? So that means that we're going to play Go Fish, but every card has to, the set of cards has to equal 7. So I've got a 7, so then I would need just like the 0 with that. So yeah, it can be laid down by itself. So then if I have a 4, then I have to think, which card do I need to go with this 4 to equal my 7? So I would say to my team, the person I'm playing the game with, do you have a 3? And if they say yes, then I take their 3. If not, they tell me to go fish. If I get a 3, then I have a set. There's my 7. I get to keep it. So whoever has the most matches that are correct by the end of the game is the winner. So here is a 2. So I would say, do you have a 7? Or I'm sorry, do you have a 5? And they'd say yes or whatever and give me the 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So that I love because it's doing addition, plus it's making them think what's missing so they don't realize it, but they're learning how to subtract as well. So you can use a deck of cards up to like 13 if you use all the face cards and give them a numeric value. So I absolutely love that. Another idea that I've done and you could use is these are dry erase cubes, but I use a wet erase marker on it, and you could make dots like dice or just write the numbers, and you can do dice games. You can write on 2 of them and roll the die and multiply or add or whatever, subtract, and you could put on any numbers that you were working on for their review if you want to. So another idea is the quick flip arithmetic. You can get this from Classical Conversations in their bookstore, and it is so amazing. It covers all 4 operations thoroughly in the book, and then it also at the beginning of each operation it talks about what that operation means and the definition of it. So if you're just introducing it to them, and then it uses just the regular old deck of cards and has addition games, multiplication, subtraction, division, place value, rounding, estimate. It even had prime factorization in there, and it has, like every game, you can make it harder. It also has ideas of doing it in the car and looking for license plates. So this is really a fun tool to have in your toolbox of just, hey, let's do some review and get our facts really learned really well. Another super favorite tool that I have from Classical Conversations is the tables, squares, and cubes. I love, love, love this when they're first learning to multiply. And this goes, and it has them first memorize the pattern, then complete it out loud, complete silently, and these are with the facts in order, but then it moves to them doing it out of order, and they have to do it again, complete silently, and then just do it all out of order. So I did this, like I put it in page protectors and had them do it with the dry erase marker. So it's a PDF of like $5, and it goes all the way through the facts of the 15s. So I love it. That one is really great with just a daily drilling. So if you wanted something that they could watch for your younger kids, Meet the Math Facts is a new DVD kind of thing that's come out. And it says it's, more focused on preschool, but I'm telling you, if you watch those DVDs, it repeats it so many times that you will never forget the facts that they do. So if you can stand listening to it for that long, it's kind of fun and engaging for the kids, and it's, I feel like, a really good drill. Another old-fashioned thing that I couldn't find, but it's on Rainbow Resource that you can find, is the pluses and minuses. It's just a plastic toy. It's like a square, and they push down each one and they see the answer, so they can just see the answer to every fact. And I just kept that in the bathroom available for the kids, so when they're in there or whatever, they have time and they can just push on those and learn the facts. So then just a basic other fun thing is you could just have a placemat out, and it's more exposure to those facts all the time when they're sitting there and eating or doing whatever. So another fun thing when they have a little trouble with learning a fact is I would put it on a note card, and with the answer or not with the answer, you could decide. And I would put it like on my back or something with a safety pin, and they would see that all through the day. And so it would be a verbal and visual reminder or whatever, that there's that fact. So anyway, so these are just some quick and fun ideas that we have used in our homeschool for fact memorization, and hope that it helps you out too.